Hang on, y'all. Trying to... Good enough. Oi. Hello. Hello. How y'all doing? Okay. Check these bitches. Are they frozen enough? Yeah, that should be good. Yeah. Okay. Hello. 1 second, guys. Had to freeze the fruit. Tomorrow morning I gotta be at the hospital. Got some frozen watermelon already. Well, shit. Hello. Hello. How are you? How's everybody doing? I should have left him in there a little longer, but that's alright. Good enough. Is that right? Is that right? Did you get that off the damn thing? Come on. Get in there. There we go. There. Alright. So, now I have my fruit ready for my smoothies and Italian ice and shit. Got the watermelon, the strawberries, and the bananas. I put it back in the freezer, where it stays. So, you know, it's ready to be used. So, how's everybody? Have y'all I can't even talk, shit. Hey, y'all had a good day? Y'all learn anything new today? I have to put it on because what I'm going to talk about. Um. So, meaning, we're going to talk a little bit about a certain person on this app that likes to record me and have her buddies record me and post it on her YouTube. Come to my attention a couple things about her. Like her gambling habit. Her addiction to gambling. How she's just a bully. That's all she is a fucking bully. You're here tonight. Come on, baby, collide, love it up. The lights, start it up. Come on, baby, collide, love it up. Yeah, ready tonight. Don't make me so bad. I have to get in a good mood before I continue. Because we know how I am about bullies, right? Now it's come to my attention that Miss ScamSlam, that's all she is a bully with a gambling addiction. Matter of fact, there was a guy, right? You know, she goes after everybody. But this guy in particular, I guess he had to have surgery on his finger, so he couldn't work, and he was also homeless with his dog. And she bullied him and went after him and said he was a scammer and everything else when he could not work. Now, ScamSlam, that's kind of calling the pot, the pot calling the kettle black. I think that's how you say it. The pot calling the kettle black, isn't it? Because you want to hide your things that you are, right? Like a scam, like you go after people that aren't scammers, which is defamation of character. Because you like to bully people. And that's probably where all the money you make is going, is for your gambling issues, your gambling problems. You should probably get some help for your gambling addiction there, ScamSlam. Oh, and when you have other people record me for you thinking that it's not going to be a lawsuit because they posted to their page and then you download it and post it to your little YouTube channel, sweetie, it's still a lawsuit. You just got other people involved and they'll be involved in it too. Yeah, ScamSlam 412 and ScamSlam 411. Oh, and Chihuahua, I know you helped her. Oh, yeah. Nothing but a bully. Right? Yes, such a great person. Bullying others. Looking down on others. She should look in the mirror and focus on herself and her problems. Like her addiction to gambling. You know. And how she bullies people. Right, ScamSlam? I mean, there's this person, Princess Pillow. I think it's Chihuahua, actually. Jen. Who's been helping her. ScamSlam, do you know how pathetic you are? You want to bully others for things that they can't control, right? Maybe you should look in the mirror. Because when I I already know you have a gambling addiction. What else do you think I'll find out? And how long do you think it'll take me? Oh, all right. See, I'm exposing ScamSlam, so she likes to go after everybody saying they're scammers and that and post on her YouTube. And now she has others recording me for her thinking she's going to get away with it. Truth be told, she's just a bully. That's all she is. A pathetic schoolyard bully at that. With a bad gambling addiction. Right, ScamSlam? Do you know how pathetic you have to be to record others pretending you're an awareness person and going after slamming scammers, right? When you're going after people like Lisa Richards, who has addiction issues and needs help. When you're going after me, who never asked anybody for anything. When you're going after someone like the guy who needed surgery on his finger and couldn't work, but was homeless with his dog, needed help. Instead of trying to help these people, legitimately help them, you want to make them look as bad as possible. That doesn't work in my case, sweetie. Not in any way, shape, or form. Now, I already know about your gambling addiction. How long do you think it'll take me to find out the rest of the information about you, like your third grade teacher? Or your parents' address? Or how many kids you have? Probably none. You're probably never been married or anything, right? You hide behind a keyboard, you record people without their permission, and you post it making money off of it and spending all that money on gambling. Not once have you ever shown your face like the coward you are. That's all you are, is a fucking coward. With no life, because you spend it all on here, recording people. And then there's WNC in Chihuahua, they They have health issues too, but here's the thing. They have disabilities, whatnot. They should actually just focus on themselves and try to make their lives a better person. Lives better. Exactly. ScamSlam, you're the one who's a scammer, not me. So you should start slamming yourself. You're nothing but a pathetic old woman who's probably been single her entire life, not able to get a man. You want to play ScamSlam? I've given you enough warnings. So that you want to make me out to be something I'm not? I will expose everything I find out about you. There's the difference. And see, I will say it on here, and I will also say it to him around the fucking face. I'm not gonna hide behind anything. I will say it to your fucking face. You're pathetic. And a horrible human being. You're nothing but a schoolyard bully who needs to be put in their place. Play with me. See what happens. You're old and miserable and have no life. You deserve everything that's coming for you, to you. For all the people you've gone after and bullied and hurt and convinced others that of things that they're not, and put other people in more of a downward spiral because of your actions. Do you know if anybody were to do something to where they would not be here anymore because of you, that is a wrongful death lawsuit. So if I find out that your actions caused anybody's end to where they were no longer here, I will find out, I will reach out to their family, and I will tell them exactly who caused it. And I will make sure that they know that they can file a wrongful death lawsuit against you. Because when bullies push people to that, you have a big problem. And did you know in some cases you could go to prison for being the cause of someone's passing? Whether you were there or not, because of what you say to them and do to them? I'm sure you didn't know that either. That would take a brain. Which clearly you don't. Okay? My advice, ScamSlam, is to stop now before it gets worse for you and your little friends too. If I know who your third grade teacher was, where you went to school in elementary school, how many tattoos you have, what they are, any relationship you've ever been in, I will find out every member of your family, their ages, addresses, phone numbers. I will find it all out. It won't take me long. You're nothing but pathetic. No, I'm talking about ScamSlam. Who's actually a bully. She should start scamming her, or she should start slamming herself since she's the scammer. Just saying, right? Actually, I'm going to hold off on that till I get the bacon. I warned you. I love it when people choose stupidity over logic, I'll tell you what. I really fucking do. Did you think that you could continuously bully others and do what you're doing to me and get away with it and not be called out on your bullshit? And exposed for the true bully, schoolyard bully you are? Did you ever have a glow up in high school, or you just been miserable since school? Was it your whole life with your own existence? ScamSlam. I wonder. I truly do. What was that movie? I think it was Hook, where Wendy told Hook he was old, alone, and done for, and he would always be old, alone, and done for. You will always be alone, ScamSlam. Nobody will ever be with you. No real man would ever want to be with someone like you who does this and bullies others because they're miserable with their own motherfucking existence. I think they're going to continuously get away with it. Not thinking that someone might actually call them out on their shit and expose them. ScamSlam, you remember Little Purple Plankton, right? Remember him? Do you remember, because I'm sure you know about this, do you remember last year when he was doing what he was doing to me? And then all of a sudden, anytime he mentioned my name or showed my picture, his live would get immediately bananaed? Do you remember that? Do you really want to play with me? Because I can make it far worse for you. I will make you wish your mama had swallowed you instead of stupidly letting your daddy impregnate her. Which should have happened in your case. I've given you enough warnings. I'm a very, very kind-hearted person. I don't hurt anybody, don't go after anybody, but I will teach you a lesson that you will never forget. I've given you plenty of chances. I've given you warnings. You don't want to listen. You should have listened. But that would take a brain and common sense, which it seems that you nor any of your friends have. Either one. You know, I thought y'all would have paid attention what has been going on, you know. I mean, y'all know I'm still here, right? After everything that's been said about me and that. And is it you think you're going to get Frankie to change his mind about me? That's dumb, da-dum-dum. Dumb, da-dum-dum-dum. You know, with Miss Jen, a.k.a. Chihuahua. Aunt Heather, he's mine. Not on your fucking life. You fucking wish. Don't fuck with me. Don't take my kindness for weakness. You chose to. Foolishly, at that. Foolishly. Extremely foolishly. Like I said, common sense, not that common. But please, ScamSlam, keep playing your little bullshit games. Let's see what else happens next. We know you're a bully. Right? That's all you are. Is a schoolyard bully who has no life, no real friends, and her life revolves around being on here, recording others, and trying to make it appear as she's an awareness person, right? Brings awareness to scammers. But we know that's a lie. You do it for clout, for money, monetary gain. But all you are, truthfully, is a miserable old hag. With nothing going for her, and never will have anything going for her, really. Such a shame. See, you should have taken my advice when I said you should go, you and your little buddy online. When I said, go find your human compassion, kindness, decency, that kind of thing. You chose to do this way. After you said that you were going to stop. You don't listen. So now, you're going to learn a lesson. Because now I'm going to have to hurt your feelings. And I'm just beginning. Oh, sure she did. I'm sure she did. She's nothing but a bully, a schoolyard bully, and the true scammer is her. And if you think I'm going to believe you, Lizzie, I don't give a fuck. Do you think I'm not sure what you're trying to get at, but little Miss ScamSlam doesn't even have a real job either. She's a miserable old hag. That's all she will ever be. And people like that don't go on cruises because they live in their house, don't ever leave it, and they go live recording others, and that's how they make their money, and then they gamble it all away. In her case, she does. So I don't know what you think you're going to accomplish by lying. It doesn't work here. And even if she did, she got that money from other people. So, the true scammer is her. Hello. I am making BT sandwiches. Oh, little Miss ScamSlam. The bully. Nothing but a schoolyard bully who's miserable with her own existence. And I'm sure Lizzie there is one of her buddies. Lizzie, why are you in my life? You could go tell your little friend ScamSlam that I will find out all the information out about her. It won't take me long. And I will expose everything about her. She wants to lie about me and other people. I'll expose the truth. So, my advice is get off my life and go tell her that. Because it's about to get real ugly real quick for her if she doesn't stop. Okay? Probably. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I didn't even know of her existence till she started doing the shit she was doing to me. That's what usually happens. That's what usually happens. See, I don't know who the fuck these people are until they start doing the shit to me. And then I eventually I give enough warnings that I will put you in your fucking place. I don't give a fuck. I really don't. You want to call everybody a scammer or ScamSlam, but the truth is, you're the one who's a scammer. And you bully people. And we all know it. And I highly doubt she was ever on a cruise. And here's why. Because I've seen videos of her live. She never shows her face, just another phone where she's showing other people's lives. The bullshit don't work with me. Nor do I give a fuck if she was on a cruise. That's the difference between me and others. You know. You came after the wrong person, and I warned you. You were dumb enough not to listen. These foolish games. She should know her role and shut the fuck up. See, unlike her, who hides behind a computer, a keyboard, whatever, I'll say the shit to her fucking face. A little Miss ScamSlam, who's been lying about me and others, just to make $1. Now, she should have saved her money, and here's why. Because if I find out that anybody she's gone after is no longer here because of her actions, I'm going to reach out to that person's family and let them know that they have a wrongful death lawsuit on their hands. And I'm going to tell them who did it and who caused it. So, you know, I'm that bitch. You've gone after so many people saying they're scammers. I mean, defamation of character is not something courts take lightly. Especially when there's evidence that you put out there yourself. And here's why it's defamation of character, because I'm sure somebody on here, one of her little buddies will say, oh no, it's not, yeah, the fuck it is, and I can prove it. When you have posted on your YouTube channel, slamming scammers, and you have me on there, among others, that's defamation of character. Not to mention invasion of privacy. Yes, I'm live on here, but I am in my own home. And, you know, making money off my image, my story, anything. That's a big problem for you, little girl. You want to be TikTok famous? I'm going to make you fucking famous, alright? I'm going to make you famous by telling the truth about you. Again, WAS. You should look it up. Google's free. And I've already talked to lawyers, so yeah, just here's the thing. Even though it's a public app, There are many things that I can sue her for. Defamation of character, invasion of privacy, making money off of me, basically, posting it on other apps, and going after multiple other people that are not scammers or who need help, and that, like Lisa Richards, who actually does need help. You think you're funny? Why don't you meet me somewhere and we'll see who's laughing last? Again, it's a lawsuit. Who goes to school for criminal justice, and you're telling me, someone that knows the law and goes to school for criminal justice, what the law is. Common sense is not that common, folks. Exhibit A. Gano there. So, I don't know if that's how they pronounce it. I don't care. I've given enough warnings. I've been in contact with lawyers. Don't fuck with me. You will regret it. You cannot record someone's lives, post it on other apps, and make money off of it. That's not how that works. Especially when your thing says slamming scammers and the person has never asked for anything. That's a big no-no. That is, in fact, defamation of character. When God was handing out brains, some people thought he said trains, and they fucking missed theirs. Like, little Mexicans. Yeah, especially when there's over 130 videos of my lives recorded. Trying to make me out to be a scammer or a bad person. Or, stupidly whatever you thought you were going to do. Common sense. I told you should go back to school. Find your go back to kindergarten, register for it yourself, and go through school again. And learn kindness, human decency, compassion. Yeah. Look up the name Heather McCord on YouTube. It's on her. There's a playlist of over 130 videos of mine. Well, not of my videos, but my live streams of my lives. So, I'm warned. When people take my kindness for weakness, that is the dumbest thing you could do. Because I give you enough chances, enough warnings for you to learn a lesson and go be a better person, because people would actually like you if you were actually a better person and cared about others. And, that kind of thing. But you don't want to be a better person. You want to be the kumquat that you are. Right? And she's on here. She's not going to report me, and here's why. Because then she knows that I have more evidence against her. And anybody that knows me knows I'm a very nice person. I'm a very good, kind-hearted person. And I give warnings and chances for you to learn your lesson before I fucking put you in your fucking place. Remember Purple Plankton last year? He was doing whatever he was doing to me and others, and then all of a sudden, anytime he mentioned my name or showed my picture, their lives would get immediately bananaed, right? And that was just for talking about me and saying my name. What do you think will happen to you, little miss? See you next Tuesday. Yeah, hag. Old, you're like Captain Hook. Old, alone, and done for. You should have listened, but you chose not to. That is the dumbest thing you could have done. Common sense is not that common, folks. Like I keep saying. Because some people do anything for money, including but not limited to ruin other people's lives, or try to. What? ScamSlam? Or Kumquat? Or Captain Hook? Which one? Or Purple Plankton? Pinky without a break. Which one are we talking about? Which one made your ears pop? Don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me. Make you wish your mama had swallowed you instead of stupidly letting your daddy impregnate her, but you think that's funny and you think I'm joking. Bless your heart for that one. I am boomerang batshit crazy. I'll whoop your ass. I will fly around. I will whoop your ass, fly around, and whoop your ass again. Don't play with me. We all know you're a bully. You're miserable with your own existence. You were one of those losers in school. Never had any friends. And you definitely don't have kids because no grown-ass woman who's mentally all there who has kids would do this. I said mentally all there when I said that too. Remember that. People with common sense who aren't stuck in school don't do this shit. People that are grown-ass adults act like grown-ass adults. You know. Oh, she's on parole or probation. She's definitely not on a cruise then. Is she? Because if she is on a cruise and she's on parole or probation, that's a violation of her parole or probation and can go back to jail or prison. Y'all know that, right? If she's on parole or probation and she's on a cruise, that's a violation of your parole or probation. That means you go back to prison or jail. Did you not know that, ScamSlam? Did you think you could go live being on parole, probation, show you're on a cruise, and then People like me wouldn't find out. No, you thought that you thought that I wouldn't find out information about you or call your ass out, right? Damn the bad luck, huh? Oh, it won't be hard to find out. Trust me. See, I know somebody that tried the shit you did. ScamSlam. Like I said, Purple Plankton, for example. Remember what happened to him? Showed my pictures, eventually showed my pictures, or mentioned my name. Immediately got bananaed. What do you think will happen to you when my DNA test comes back, sweetie? Not to mention, let's see, we got defamation of character, invasion of privacy, making money off of my story, my name, my image, all that, cyber stalking, not to mention emotional distress, mental anguish, and the list goes on. The list goes on. Just for cyber stalking, because I've blocked the account multiple times, and obviously when you are posting my videos, law enforcement will say it was you that was recording it, and we both know you were. That's 1.5 years, 3 years in prison. Just for that. And if you are on parole or probation, you'll be right there where you belong. As it is. Again, what do you do for a living? What do you know about the law? Hold on. Google's free. I mean, Can I sue someone for recording my lives on one app and posting them on another? If recorded without your consent, yes. Invasion of privacy, emotional distress, wiretapping violations, seeking, there's multiple, but it doesn't think it poked out quite right. Can I sue someone for recording my live stream on one app and posting it on another app and making money from it? Can you sue someone for recording you and posting on social media? If the recording violates privacy laws, wiretapping laws, or defamation laws, you may have grounds for illegal action. Lawyer can help you, and yes, I do, by the way. I've already been in contact with lawyers. I have lawyers. Yeah. It didn't pick up everything. And making money. Now, see, I know I didn't harass or bully anybody. It's called speaking the truth. Yeah. Difference is I go to school for criminal justice. Okay? Well, she probably probably didn't make it past the 5th grade. But hey. Am I the Kardashians? No, I'm not. I'm not a celebrity. There's a difference. So, I've already been in contact with lawyers. I don't know what some people don't comprehend about that. You would take a break. Wouldn't it? That's simple. When she has over 130 of my live streams posted, 130 videos at least, over that, of my live streams that she's recorded and posted. That's stalking. That's not just a lawsuit. That's a year and a half, 3 years of prison. Not to mention cyberbullying. And if I find out that she has been the reason for anyone to no longer be on this earth, I will reach out to that person's family and let them know that they have a wrongful death lawsuit to file. And who did it. I gave enough warnings. Didn't I? Some people just don't want to learn. These foolish games. You know. I mean, you got me who goes to school for criminal justice, and then you got who, you know. Hang on, I gotta get my glasses. Verify you're still here. I don't know why it fucking does that shit. Alright. And I know, got it on the right first try. Especially when my DNA test comes back. Man, I'd hate to be her. Or any of them involved, for that matter. See, just because it's social media, there are things that you can and cannot do. And if you think you could do whatever willy-nilly that you want and get away with it, like bully people to where they're no longer here. Again, go look up the name Heather McCord on YouTube. Okay? The only one that will be winning here is me. I'm in school for criminal justice. So let me suggest to you, go tell your little friend that I'm going to be suing her and not only filing a restraining order, but filing charges against her as well. So, do you really think that I'm worried about the old, alone, and done for? No, I'm not. Not even close. But she should be. You don't want to fuck with me, but you want to keep trying it. Stupidly. You know. And the lies that are told on here by her little followers or whatever, probably her own fake accounts. Well, that don't fly. That don't fly in my case. I can guarantee you I know more about the law than she will ever. So you want to talk about harassment? A lawsuit for harassment? What do you think I have? Only more so. Try again. I've never lied once. But not the one. I strongly suggest, unless you want to go to prison for cyber stalking and defamation of character, shut the fuck up and get off my live. Can my mods handle that narcissist there, please? See, I don't lie. Common sense is not that common. I keep saying that, right? Nope. I don't. But it wouldn't be hard to do it. Just saying. Oh, and also, mental anguish, pain and suffering in my case, because of my gastroparesis, and the fact that it's caused me to have seizures. And there's video evidence of that. So not the one. I mean, I'm surprised she came on here and spoke up. You know, say the shit to my face. Please do. Did who disappear? Hello. See, I've given enough warnings and shit. People want to be dumb and foolish and take my kindness for weakness, which is the dumbest thing you can do. You know? Hello. 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 The only one that spreads lies are them. I think we all would know that by now. Every one of those people involved are nothing but schoolyard bullies, miserable with their own existence and have no lives. Pretty pathetic, honestly, it is. I didn't say you were a problem, did I? You're not a problem. As far as I can tell. Evidently she was. Because she just got blocked. Look at this fucking bread, man. White bread. Like, this is a big slice. Yeah. Come on, bitch. Give me the thing. Give the thing! The thing. See, I decided to do this tonight instead of making something because I gotta go to the hospital tomorrow. You know. So. Hello. And quite frankly, little Mikey there had no room to talk either. He should be very worried right now. Well, I'm waiting till my DNA results come back. Till then, I'm focusing on me and good shit. Me, my health, becoming the best version of myself, and putting people in their place that don't want to listen. It's like punishing children, basically, because when I call it, the shoe fits. If the shoe fucking fits, Oh, ScamSlam, Little Mikey, WNC, Chihuahua, Pop-Tart, The Other Heather, Ride or Die, Hallmark, and anybody else who's been involved. Nothing but childhood bullies. Nothing but schoolyard bullies that have no life and miserable with their own existence. And throw temper tantrums when they don't get their way. That's been proven. And like Lil Chihuahua, who said on Frankie's live, Heather, he's mine. Not in your fucking dreams. Only in your fucking, not in your, only in your dreams would he be yours, honey. Because he wouldn't be with someone like you. He would not be with anybody that does the shit they've been doing. Ever. He would not even want to associate with people like that. Ever. What the hell is that? No, I just took the tie off the damn bread. Alrighty then. So, got the organic mayo. Some people are so much like children, it's pathetic. They have no lives, no talents, no nothing. I know, right? See, I've had enough drama, negativity, all that bad shit to last me and everybody else 10 million lifetimes. Everybody on this planet. Yet people still seem to thrive on drama. So, since they want to thrive on drama, right? My suggestion, instead of trying pathetically to ruin someone's life and reputation, just become a member of the Peacock app, and they have Days of Our Lives on there. Okay? You know. You want drama, go watch the fucking soap operas. Shit. To me, I just try to have a good time in that, and they don't like that. So I warn them to stop. They don't want to. Okay. Just put you in your motherfucking places. Too much mail. Too much mail, man. I'm putting children in their places, basically. And I say children because they act like children. Yeah, the schoolyard bullies. They think it's funny to bully people and try and ruin people's lives and their reputations and shit. Sad and pathetic. Lawsuits. Jail time. In some of their cases, they won't go to jail. They'll actually go to probably a mental hospital. A state mental institution at that. You know. Because if you're not mentally fit to stand trial, you know, well then, there's places for people like that. As a matter of fact, I can probably name a few people that will be going into places like that by the time I'm done. Wait till the DNA test comes back. Yeah. That doesn't surprise me. You know. I mean, no mature adult who has all together, right, you know, even with mental health issues, they don't do this type of shit. This type of shit is people that need to be put somewhere where they're not a danger to themselves or others. Am I wrong? You know? Especially when they can't being a mature adult, they should not be having children in their care. Know what I mean? A bit of steak seasoning on top of tomatoes. Gets a little bite. Little bite. Little bite, you know. If anybody's wondering, no, I have not done any broccoli today whatsoever. I'm just normally fun. Bacon on. Bacon. Perfectly cooked bacon. Mmm. That did not say fall off, but you know. Love me some bacon tomato sandwiches. I don't know about that. About the honey thing, but yeah. Alrighty. I love me some bacon tomato sandwiches. Yes. My happy place. You know. Almost forgot that was in there. Grilled cheese and tomatoes with tomatoes? Yeah, that's good too. Grilled cheese and tomato soup too. You know, wasn't those the same people that said that Frankie didn't know me? Wasn't it them? Right? People want to act like children, I will treat them like children, and I will put them in their place. Like children need to be put in their place sometimes when they don't want to listen. No, I'm not having tomato soup, by the way. Something else. Ooh, I put it on for too long. That was probably for last night. I put it on for too long. Oh, I didn't know it. Now we just got the BT, not the B, not the L. You know, I don't think I want the hash browns. I don't. It's kind of heavy on the stomach, kind of, you know? With the hash browns and the cheese, it's a little kind of heavy. I think I went light tonight. If that makes sense. Probably gonna put those away. After they cool off, whatever. I'll eat them for breakfast before I go to the hospital. You know? Maybe not to cool off too. So. Ice, baby. Also, when you want to try and ruin someone's life or reputation just because you're jealous of them, that is extremely pathetic. Do a little bit of everything. I put people in their places. Sometimes we just have a good time. Sometimes I sing. Oh, I should have used one. Should have used one sweetener, not two. ScamSlam. Let me count the people. ScamSlam. Little Mikey. WNC. Chihuahua. Pop-Tart. The other Heather. Hallmark. Ride or Die. Yeah. You don't fuck with me because I will put you in your fucking place, and anything I say on here about you, I will say to your motherfucking face too. I don't know. Don't know. Maybe she left and isn't going live because people have been calling her out and seeing the truth about her bullshit. Then again. Or maybe she's in jail. Maybe somebody called the cops and the cops went in and investigated. Never know. Right? You never know. I can't wait either. Because once the DNA test comes back, I mean, it'll take time to straighten out my identity, but at least I can use my real name. Oh, my real name? We all know who I am, don't we? I really am. Go ahead and put it in the chats. Who am I? What is my real name? What is my real name? The other Heather came in my life right before Halloween and said, "Oh my god, you're my long lost sister named Tanya. You were kidnapped." She's not my sister. She's her family got rid of her and replaced her with me. Nope, not gonna use that. Because remember when she was pretending to be the mom, she said that she gave me the name Angel. So why would I mean, as beautiful as that name is, I'd rather have my real name. She has spread lies on top of lies on top of lies. I mean, just. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The other Heather is the real Heather. No, I was stolen from my family at 20 months old. Look at the name Tanya Michelle Williams. Still gotta wait for the DNA test to come back, but yeah. I remember the day I was taken and everything. Not to mention, I look just like her family. I was taken by mistake. My grandmother, she sold my cousin. They took me by mistake. And for about a year, I was probably about a year, I was trafficked. And ended up in the. Oh, you're talking about the others. Oh, if I have them still, I'll play it. But I sent all the evidence to law enforcement already. But I'm sure I can find something here. Maybe not. No, I think I deleted them. But actually, let me get on Messenger. A lot of bullshit was done. You can ask anybody on here. You want to know? You can look up the name Heather McCord. There's hundreds of videos. They twist things. Matter of fact, I wonder. I mean, I can read messages. For example, here's a message I got. Hey, the other Heather was live last night, and Angie Husker and Ride or Die were in the box on her live talking trash about you. Heather has been talking to the investigator. BS. When the results come back, she's planning to getting you back in some way. There's that one. There are, well, let's see. Actually, I'll just read this. This was the day I found out. Came from account not found. You're being so disrespectful to the parents of that child. It's not you, and you know that. Attention seeking, get help. Go turn yourself into an institution. You need a lot of help. To go this low, so disrespectful to that family. But let me read. Not my mother, but her mother, yes. Well, let me read something. I took screenshots of things that were written on this blog for Tanya Michelle Williams. Let me read them. December 3rd, 2024, 10:46 a.m. The lady claiming to be Tanya has no facts or proof. She is asking a crystal pendulum for answers to questions. She also hung up on law enforcement when they asked for a DNA sample. She said she's on TikTok trying to make money off a kidnapped child's name. That it's horrible. She blamed another Heather's family, innocent family, for kidnapping her and has made threats. December 3rd, 2024, 11:13 p.m. The lady claiming to be Tanya is Heather McCord. She is extremely dangerous and is not a good person. She threatens people if they underestimate her. She says she will take away their freedom, careers, and even their kids by calling CPS, and it's all recorded on TikTok and Insta. Stay away from this person. She needs major help and belongs in a mental facility. And in parentheses, in all caps, it says warning. January 19th, 2025, 7:05 p.m. I've been watching Heather McCord on TikTok. This woman is unhinged. She casts spells on souls and puts them in jars in her freezer. That's not how that works, but okay. Um, it's all a money grab. Her DNA was taken, and we're all waiting to hear the results. What the results say, I'm sure she will say it's her, or she will hopefully disappear off TikTok altogether. March 23rd, 2025, 9:31 a.m. Buckle up, this is a long one. Heather McCord is using this poor missing child and her family for attention and money. Hey Heather, if you see this, go ahead and threaten me with prison. It's your favorite thing to do. Hey, how much money did you raise through your PayPal for that tattoo? 0. But yet no tattoo, but you have all this fitness things coming in. Interesting. Heather, capital R. Hate to break it to you, but no matter how much you don't want to be a part of your birth family, you are not this poor missing child. Also not some mysterious other missing child either. Sometimes people are just born into shit families. Yeah, like her. Deal with it. First, the DNA results were going to be 2 weeks, then a month, and then 3 months, and now 6 months. You think your story hasn't changed, but darling, it has. Only constant is saying you are not doing this for money and mentioning lawsuits to everyone who breathes in your direction. You want to pay out, and it shows, darling. Good luck. Odd how you have all this access to a group of lawyers through a non-accredited school. I told my school about this too, and they laughed. When it said yeah. But yet still just use them as a threat. Stop using this for attention and a way to scam people. This is about a real little girl who disappeared, not you. You need serious mental help, Heather. I hope Tanya's family goes after you for doing this to them. Oh, by the way, I hate to break it to you, your latest thing about being a brunette when the little girl in the red dress had red hair. Hair changes. Well, there's a difference when you do an age progression and it matches someone else and not you. Mine, for example, changed 3 colors from birth to childhood, and the eye color, most babies are born with blue eyes, and they can shift to others as you get older. Actually, most babies are born with hazel and brown eyes, not blue. Also, might want to think about the lighting of those pictures. You sound like an idiot, and your yes men in your chat agree to stick around. In your chat, just agree to stick around to see the crash out you have. You talk about others' possible addictions, meaning the real Heather's nose candy issue. When you do so much broccoli, you sometimes can't even speak. When has that ever happened? Man, reading that article about Frankie was hard, huh? Not really, because I have it saved to my phone. Words are hard for you. You smoke so damn much. Leave this family out of your crazy fantasies. Also, hate to break it to you, you scare no one. Go ahead and make these crazy assumptions of who this post is by. You don't know my name or my TT handle. Yet I'm in there all the time and talk to you very frequently. Have fun guessing wrong. Heather, stop using a missing child. Hold on. There's another one. April 3rd, 2025. at 10:41 p.m. This Heather McCord is beyond unhinged. She is for sure a money grab. This is for sure a money grab situation, and it's disgusting to do this to Tanya Michelle's family. This woman needs to be looked into on a criminal level. She also claims to be a child of the Illuminati. No, I said they're the ones that stole me. Common sense is not that common. Every live on TikTok or Insta, there is a more disturbing situation she is or has been involved in. She needs to be stopped and committed. And stopped and committed as in capitals. It is on all caps. She needs to be charged with impersonating a missing and exploited child. And that is on an actual blog online for Tanya Michelle Williams. They have called, I've even been accused of essaying my children and all this bullshit too, which is in fact defamation of character. And that's just a few. One of the live stream I received was her and the others saying things like, because I tell my story and sometimes I remember things when I'm on here and I will, talk and say what I'm remembering at the time. And to say that a train was run on me. Of two, like, are you fuck? I think I need to put on some music. Or take a little road trip, one of the two. Hi. So I did some age progression photos, right? I used ChatGPT, whatever it's called, to do it. Do you want to see what came about? I'll show you the one of the girl in the red dress first. That's the girl in the red dress. Obviously, it's going to be a little off. But I got to pull up a text. I still have to fucking change this shit. I haven't changed the names in my phone because, So, okay, see, that's the age progression of the girl in the red dress. Right? That is the other Heather. There's that. Let's get into something else, though. This is an age progression of me, a picture of me when I was like 5. Okay, to 43. That's the age progression picture of Tanya to 43. But I actually did an AI age progression of the girl in the red dress. Which, once I get to it, we're going to take a look at it. Where the fuck is the picture? Like, where the fuck are these pictures? Okay, so, and I did screenshots. Okay. Oh, let's just show the girl in the red dress so y'all know what I'm talking about. The ones that have not seen it. This is supposedly me. Supposedly. But this is me. Hence the age progression picture. This is the picture I used. And you're telling me this and this are the same person? Now, girl in the red dress, right? Did an AI age progression. Took screenshots. Now, that's her. This is her. That's the other Heather. This is the AI age version of the girl in the red dress. Interesting, don't you think? But let's go a little further with this, okay? Let's go to Smitty's obituary picture, the one I was told was my biological father. That's Smitty. But I look just like him, right? Alright? Let's go a little further. No, I don't. But she sure does, doesn't she? Let's go to favorites. So, this is Tanya, the age progression of Tanya. That's obviously me. Let's flip the camera. But I'm a liar, right? I didn't ask for this shit. I'm not the one that opened Pandora's box. Also, I don't know if y'all noticed or not. But the girl in the red dress, right? Something that I didn't notice until quite recently. Something very interesting, actually. Doesn't really have earlobes, does she? Kind of like somebody else. You gonna be really freaked out? Let's go with this is Tanya, who disappeared June 7th, 1983. Ready for this? Ready? This is my daughter, my youngest. I know because I gave birth to her. Now, I mean, it's kind of strange that that my daughter looks an awful lot like a missing person. Isn't it? My daughter, when she was young, she's an adult now, and Tanya, who went missing on June 7th, 1983. But let me show you something else. That kind of like, oh my God type moment. So, that's Tanya's dad. But let me turn the camera so yeah. Tanya's dad. Tanya's grandma. Tanya's grandma. My hair's naturally curly, we all know that. But, like, this next one is like, oh my God. So, yeah. So let me show you something. Gotta knock your socks off. Did mine. It was, oh my God. So, this is Tanya's mama, right? Pay attention to the facial features and everything. Hold on. Because then there's... Once I get to... I have so many pictures on here. Shit. So, you saw the picture of Tanya's mama, right? That's me when I was a teenager. This is me as a teenager. And then Tana's mama. The same hair part, the same smile, the same. But I'm a liar, right? Right? Just gotta wait for my DNA. The test to come back. I did it on January 3rd, or not 3rd, January 17th. And still waiting. I looked it up. It could take over a year to get the results back. And just, all I can do right now is wait for the results. So, I know. So, what's my name? What's my real name? Yeah, only it's spelled with a Y and not an I. And the only reason I went looking is because the name felt very familiar. Being called Heather never felt familiar. It's always felt very weird. I could never figure out why. Now I know. See, even if I do Ancestry, I still have to wait for the fucking law enforcement DNA. A man in a gray suit with a gray hat wearing black dress shoes. And the hat had a feather on the right side. I'm pretty sure I know who it was. Now. Not because I remember his face, but because I know I've seen that hat on the top shelf of a closet growing up. But I could be wrong. It was at Joan and Jack's house. And it's possible that Heather may have been 4, so I would have been 3. Yeah, my birthday would be September 29th, 1981. Not November 23rd, 1980. And which means those people who had me for all those years are still complete strangers. Because I don't even know if those are their real names. You know? So, yeah. I hope so. I hope they come soon, because if my mom is still alive, which I've heard she's not, I've heard she is, I don't know. I'd like to get to meet her and spend time with her, you know? I think I'm gonna wait to do my nails till I get back from the hospital. I can go for a few days without nails. Fuck it. You know? So, turns out the real Heather, who is alive and well, who said I was her sister named Tanya. Yeah, I have to go to the hospital tomorrow for 35 days. I'm having an extensive EEG done because they are trying to get me off the Keppra because I have epilepsy. Which ironically I wasn't diagnosed with until February of 2023. Go figure. I mean, I'll be back, you know. You can communicate with me. I may not go live, but you can still communicate with me. Yeah, I just have to have the electrodes to my head for a few days. I also am probably going to make a video tomorrow promoting the shampoo conditioner I used today that I just got, you know, from Bondi Boost. It's anti-thinning. I know I don't have thin hair. I probably never have to worry about it, but it's good, you know, just in case. You know, it's very nice. I'm divorced twice. I'm twice divorced. I never had a wedding. I've never even actually been on a real date. Turns out I also had unnecessary surgeries like having my ability to have children stolen from me by doctors' lies. Probably them being put up to it by, you know, that cult. What, at the hospital? I'm actually used to being in a hospital. Well, yeah, Bondi Boo sent me this too. I think it's perfect. to take to the hospital. I'm supposed to take all my meds with me, so... Yeah, I do. I have 2 daughters. Both adults, neither in my life, and... Well... A lot of lies were told. They were not taken out of my care. There was an elaborate scheme to convince me my ex-husband had planned on breaking into my home and unaliving me and taking my children, and supposedly he already had someone to buy them set up. So yeah. Also came to the realization that probably all my relationships, and the majority of them, were set up by those people. So, I said my ability to have any more children. I was 22. Yeah, it would have been 2004. January. Yeah, it would have been 22. Not 23. When I had my tubes tied. Because I was told I had an 80% chance of not living if I got pregnant again. And then when I was 26, I had a partial hysterectomy because I was told by the doctor that he thought I had endometriosis on the inside of my uterus and it needed to be biopsied, and the only way to do that is to remove the whole thing. So yeah. Turns out, no, I would have been 25 then. So it turns out even back then, that wasn't a necessary thing. Because, I mean, being single, how would they have explained if I had gotten pregnant if I was single and over-medicated, where I was sleeping 23 out of 24 hours a day, eventually? Well, it's the Illuminati. What do you think? You'd be surprised. They called the great-grandmother Grandmother Hayden. The Eastern Star, the Masons, Knights of the Templar, Scottish Rites, that is the Illuminati. Which for some reason they seem very, very scared of me. And have proved it to me. Say, I've openly discussed these bitches. Shown evidence. They don't scare me. But when it comes to me, they don't come near me. They hide behind locked, closed doors. And call the police. I guess, when a child survives being sacrificed, that might be why they're scared. I just don't remember what happened. But I know what I survived. Right. I'm going to have to end this too, because I have to get up bright and early, because I have to be at the hospital by 9:45, and it's like a 2-hour bus ride or some shit to get there. So, I try. You know, ironically, there's nothing mentally wrong with me except I have GD, MF, CPTSD. And if you don't know what that is, it's goddamn motherfucking complex post-traumatic stress disorder. You know. Yes, sometimes I laugh at things that is inappropriate at times, but you know, and I'll joke about things that people find weird that I'm joking about sometimes. But what people need to understand it's my way of coping with things. After all this is over, I'm writing my book. I'm writing my book and I'm putting those pictures in the book. And then at my book release, I am going to have a bonfire where I burn all of them. Every picture, except the ones of my children and me. The ones of the great grandparents, the ones of the grandparents, the ones of everyone. But I have to hold on to those, unfortunately. Because I would love to just burn them now if I could. But I can't. But boy, would I love to. And then who knows, maybe I could get Frankie to perform at the book release. You know? Love that. Thank you, Veronica. So, you know that noise I've been hearing? And they said it was a bird's nest, right? Well, it's more than a bird's nest. In the dryer vent. Be very, very quiet. I'm not doing labbits. Hear that? They must be asleep. So let me show you. So that dryer vent is a bird's nest. In the bird's nest are baby birds. You can hear them during the day. I can hear them in my living area during the day with the door closed. They must be sleeping right now. But look. Because I taped it up because I thought that's how the mouse came in. Which was a field mouse, by the way. But look. This, I'm not going to take it off because I don't want to disturb the birds. And I'm afraid they're going to fall down or some shit. But if you look, there's all the stuff from the bird's nest. Welcome to my laundry room, by the way. It's a good thing I don't have a full-size dryer. My horoscope? I would be a Libra. If I'm Tanya. Which I think we all know I am. So, Well, I mean, I'm going on vacation to the hospital for 3 to 5 days. That's not what I wanted to do, but what I would love to do is go to Florida. I would move back to Florida if I could. Because 43. Well, we all know he lives in Florida, yes, but that's a plus if we could end up being together, if we ended up together. But I loved Florida. I miss Florida because I love the ocean. I love the beach. I love walking on the beach, collecting seashells. It's my happy place, I guess. The ocean, the beach, it brings me peace. Well, damn, take me along with you, shit. I'm kidding. Kidding. Well, legally my birthday would be November 23rd, 1980. Look up the name Heather McCord on YouTube. There's over 130 recordings of my live streams on there by someone by the name of ScamSlam, who's basically says she's slamming scammers, but is just a bully. So, McCord, McCord. Yeah, my oldest daughter is December 17th. My youngest daughter is November 17th. They're 11 months apart to the day. And a lot of lies were told to them. See, the reason it doesn't bother me as much as they would love it to for what they're doing. The reason they will never win is because you can't hurt me any more than I've already been hurt. So I keep going. They will never win. They will never. They're never going to be able to. By the way, um, I thought, lack of sleep and everything was causing the bags under my eyes. No, I've had them forever. I've had the bags under my eyes forever. Evidently, it's a family trait because, well, my biological father had them too. I have them in that picture of me in the red dress. Not the red dress. Actually, I was wearing a red dress in that picture with the lace on the front. I was actually wearing a red dress in that picture. Do you know the first time I ever saw a baby picture of me was on that website? I know I'm Tanya. And I wish I could go by Tanya, obviously. But I can't right now. But as soon as I get my results, I'm changing all my names on social media to my real name. I hate the name Heather. And I hope people that are named Heather in here don't take offense to that. It's just. No. Not yet. I mean, the first pinned video on my page is the email from the sheriff's department. So. Appreciate it. There's a lot more that I haven't talked about tonight, but the one, the real Heather who reached out said I was her sister. She texted me from 3 different numbers. One as herself, one as the bio mom, and one as a sister named Vaughn. All were her. I'm alright. But I really do need to end this because I need to get some sleep and I haven't eaten yet. Might actually just put it away. Yeah. So, thank you for the gifts, by the way, and the support and everything. And I can't wait for my results to come back. I'll tell you what, but I definitely need a vacation. Good night. I definitely need a vacation after this. Actually, I would love to go on vacation a lot sooner than that. Maybe I will take a little trip when I get my school money, I could. I haven't quite decided yet. Either that or buy a car. One of the two. Because I kind of need a car. So I'm going to take care of that too. But, well, she's been stalking me online since the first time I ever had any social media, which was almost 20 years ago. So, yeah. I'm going to buy a used one. Where I buy it outright. I'd rather do that than owe payments on it. And if I were to do that, I could go down the block from my house because there's a used car dealership right down there at the end of the road. So, but I have a couple that I have found on De Boca de Face, and for pretty good, So I don't know. See me, I don't care what the car physically, what it looks like, the appearance of it. That's not what matters to me. It can look like a brand spanking new car. Cars can look amazing, gorgeous, brand spanking new, right? And be trash. Whereas you could get a car that is cheaper because of the physical appearance of it, and it'd be a really great car. But people don't seem to understand that. They'll go for the more expensive car because it looks better. But they will have problems with the car. Me, I'll buy, like, the last car I had was a Mitsubishi Galant. Yes. And that car, I went everywhere. I went all over this country in that car. Matter of fact, I had it up until the first week of November of 2023. I told one person where I was parking, and I said I was going to get the brakes fixed and go back west, and then I left my car for 30 minutes, and someone called to have it towed. So, but Betty Davis was kind of on her last leg. My ex did a lot of damage to it, including it was to the point where the wiring was taped up next to the steering wheel on the dashboard. Yeah. And I was driving around like that all over the United States. So, she was a good car. She just looked like crap. So, yeah. Everything happens the way it's meant to. Everything happens when it's meant to happen. You know? So it is midnight. I'm going to have to end this. I keep saying that and I keep procrastinating. So, y'all have a great night. I probably won't be on here for a few days. Obvious reasons. I mean, I might, but when I do, don't get freaked out when you see me in a hospital bed with electrodes coming out of my head, okay? Because it's a, EEG shit. If I do. I just can't talk on the phone. Unless it's like on speaker or whatever, but yeah. I always try. I always do my best to stay positive and look at the positive side of everything. Like in this case, the positive is I'm not related to those evil, psychotic motherfuckers. That's a positive, right? So, until next time, y'all have a great night. I'll see y'all later. I have to eat and go to bed. So, night, guys. See you later.